welcome back. It's another week. It's another show. It's Geekonomics. Mark and Brian here with you to do the show. Josh in the back, sitting at the keys, pressing the buttons that make the things happen.
Yeah.
We have a lot to cover, a lot going on. It was a busy weekend.
Yes. Clipscon, Blitzkrieg Pro, and we got some shows to talk about.
We do. And wrestling in there.
And
as well.
yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
So before we get into anything, 2 weeks. This is happening 2 weeks on Friday.
Yes, Good Friday.
Good Friday.
It's a good Friday to go to a comic show.
Ooh.
I said it to him on Sunday. He liked it.
It's a good night to go. It's a good Friday to go to a comic show.
Yeah.
That should be the name of it.
That should be the tagline for it.
Yeah.
I said that to him on Sunday. He was like, yeah. He was making burgers and didn't really pay attention.
Doubletree Hotel, 42 Century Drive, Bristol, Connecticut, from I believe 6 p.m.
6 to 10 p.m.
10 p.m. 5 p.m. is an unofficial early bird. $5 to get in, 75 dealers and tables, special guests, Pokemon, Funko Pop, lots of toys, video games, D&D, and Matt C. Ryan will be there doing. Will he be doing
caricatures?
Nice.
We're doing caricatures. We'll have Stego out.
I'm going to pick up my copy.
So it'd be a good chance to do that. We do have, as of this past week, we now have bundle packs where you can buy all 5 books.
Ooh, how much is that going for?
$40.
That's not bad.
So it's a little bit of a deal.
That is a good deal.
A bit of a deal. So, yeah. So we got that going on. And so, yeah, check it out. We'll have a bunch of stuff going on. I'll be doing caricatures. He's excited. We're excited. It's busy. We got Andrew's show the Saturday before that.
Yeah.
In North Haven. So we'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Doing caricatures as well.
Andrew did ask me about doing that show, and it's
a lot. It's a lot going on.
I got stuff going on that day.
Yeah.
So it's like I told Andrew the next one he does in North Haven, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. It's a busy time. Yeah. It's a busy time. Yeah, especially with Cliff show that Friday, it's a lot all at once.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it, but if I just didn't have, we have window people looking at the windows that day, so it just does not work out. Anyway.
What else will they be looking at?
Windows.
That's what I'm saying. The window people.
We have to get windows fixed.
So
replaced and fixed.
Replacement windows. Anderson.
Anyway, that's happening in 2 weeks from this Friday.
Yes.
But this past weekend we had CliffsCon on Sunday. You went to that with Matt, right?
CliffsCon before dark.
Before dark, and it was packed. You said
it was slammed.
That is fantastic news.
It was crazy. I think the rumor was over 500 people through the door, which was crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it was literally from doors opening at 9 o'clock till about 1 in the afternoon.
That's a good show.
It was shoulder to shoulder. Very hard to get around. Very hard to move. Very hard to do anything.
I've never done those shows, or I haven't been to one in a long time, and I gotta go.
It's worth checking out.
I wanted to go, but I was beat on.
You find some fun stuff.
Yeah.
On the way there, Matt and I were talking. Like he's been talking about Conan nonstop. I know you and him are into the
Savage Sword. I read. Yeah. Love it.
So I was hanging out over with our friend Scott. I was going through his boxes, and he actually had issue 4 and 5 of that series. So I was like, so I said, like, hey Matt, look it. He has 4 and 5 of the book you and Brian keep wanting me to read.
It's fantastic.
And so Scott's like, hey, why don't you take it? And I was like, gee, thanks, Scott.
The big one?
No, like the regular Savage Sword.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, the Titan regular.
The small comic.
Yeah.
Because I read the big one. Savage Sword is the big daddy.
Oh, the Marvel version? The old
it's new. They put out a monthly. It's really great. There's short stories in it.
Gotcha.
There's it's fantastic.
Yeah, this is like the comic one.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah,
I'm kind of behind on that.
Yeah.
This I'm more up to date with.
Yeah.
I do love it though.
So of course it's because it's 4 and 5. I was like, thanks. So now that means I have to find 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Which is going to be an easy thing to find.
Who just gives it 4 and 5? I mean, 1 and 2 maybe.
Yes, thanks, Scott. Thanks, pal. Thanks, chum. Appreciate it,
pal.
Buddy.
But
yeah, so it was basically me all day yelling at Scott back and forth, which was fun.
That is funny.
Because there was cake. So
everybody was hyper.
Everyone was hyped up because there was cake.
Hyped
for
up
the
by
debut of Stego, the newest issue of the Brenda comic.
That is awesome.
Yes. So this is the his version of Savage Sword with the prose in it and everything and that kind of thing. So,
yeah. I'm excited to read it.
Yeah. So he has a couple of those now. I think he has 3 of them that are that way. So so that was pretty cool. We had a special print that he'd gotten made that we'll have. So might have that also at the other Cliffs Con.
I will be buying it.
So
that's going to be the one thing I buy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So we did that and raffled off the original art for the print. Actually, James from Brick House won that.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then he's going to sell it.
Well, whatever.
For $3,000.
If he does, congratulations.
No, James is great.
Yeah. But, so did a raffle for every person who bought a book, got a raffle ticket.
Nice.
And they could have won a pack of Pokemon Journey Home, which we had no idea what that was.
Oh, yeah. We didn't know what that was.
Until one of the kids that won one of the packs came back and explained it to us. And we still have no idea what it is. But yeah, so it was really cool. The kid was really excited about it.
Yeah.
They got like a good card in it, I guess.
That's cool.
Had like a refractor.
A Charizard?
In it. That wasn't a Charizard, but it was like
holographic.
Some
reverse
shiny thing going on.
Yeah, all I know is a Charizard.
Neat. Cool.
So
cool. So yeah, so that was a good time.
Nice.
It's basically like baseball cards when they had like the blue series and the red
I
series.
know. I just
Yeah.
It's
I guess the kids don't buy them to play Pokemon anymore. They just buy them to have.
There are some that do, but for the most part, it's just collecting.
It's collecting. Yeah. And they trade
like
and they
baseball
sell.
cards.
Yeah.
Which I thought was crazy because there was like actual kids like walking around, like 12-year-olds walking around with, like attaché cases.
Yep.
Like Pelican boxes.
Yeah.
And we're opening them up at like people's tables and like selling cards to the dealers.
You know, there is still a card section at Target. Near the registers. You don't know it, but they're there.
Yeah.
And the Target wouldn't be selling them if they weren't
selling.
selling.
I stop by every time I go to leave just to see if there's hockey cards that look interesting.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's those like what do they call them, booster packs. So it's got like 4 or 5 Pokemon cards.
Like I know,
and
like Bill's
it's got a
has
special card in the center.
All of them all the time. Yeah, he does that.
And Pokemon cards, like I know, I was at Barnes and Noble the other day, and this guy, I was paying for my stuff, and the guy was just like, "Oh, the Pokemon stuff's gone," and they got like packets.
Yeah.
And the woman's just like, "Yeah." So they just
Like
knew we had them.
Costco, they got like they had to like have security standing by the pallet.
Yeah, because
people were like buying.
What is it? The big boxes.
Yeah.
They have like 50 or 60 cards in them.
Yeah, they were like buying like 20 of them at a time.
I think it's, what is it? Each, I'm trying to remember because I know people that do it, like with like the Costco style pallets. Like one of those boxes is guaranteed to have a card in it that's worth at least $3,000.
Yeah.
So it's like
people were like going nuts buying these, like like fighting over it. It was like nuts.
Yeah,
I was like, what's going on?
What is happening?
But then like you have people that will buy those, and like, because I've seen other people do it now where they make like super packs.
Yeah.
And they sell those as, so like you get like a pack and it'll have like 5 different series of the Pokemon cards, and then a secret card.
It's crazy to know
and then that
all
secret
those cards
in that secret
are
bag
made in East Longmeadow.
Yeah, people could have like the Generation 1 card in it.
Yeah. But that's made in China.
No, Pokemon cards are all printed in East Longmeadow at the old Milton Bradley facility. That's what the distribution center is.
Cardamundi.
Yeah, Cardamundi.
Oh.
Right next to Arnold's.
Oh.
I don't know if it's all of them, but a lot of them probably
all
are.
I know it's like Pokemon, Magic. I think a couple of different ones are made there. Or distributed there. I don't know if they're made there, but they're definitely distributed there. From there.
I was going to say we can go to the dumpster and get like sheets.
Yeah.
Uncut sheets.
Uncut sheets.
Ooh.
That's a big thing. Big uncut sheets. I remember that was a big thing back in the day.
I still have mine from the
random,
1980
like,
hockey
USA
team.
Hockey uncut sheet that we had. Yeah. But so it was a good time.
Nice. And
sold a lot of books. Matt was happy.
That's awesome.
2 good shows in a row. Andrew's show and Cliff's show. So
and the next one's going to be massive.
Yeah. So I had already told Claire, I was going to tell Claire, like, it's like I got to keep the streak going. I don't want to break up the good juju here. We like a streak going. We want to keep it. One good show is cool. 2 good shows in a row, that's like a streak.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can do that with Andrew's next show, new show, and then Cliff's show, that's going to be a month.
4 in a row.
That'll be a month that we've.
And Scott's was fantastic this year, but you weren't.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good. And then you your brother, me, and my brother, we all went to.
And Alex.
And our friend Alex went to
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg Pro. We had a
through
blast.
being cool.
Yes, through being cool. And they made the announcement June 28th will be the luau.
Yes.
Very excited for that. Alex actually had a great time.
Yes.
And was just like, I'll go to that.
Ate all the meats.
Yes. He somehow bought all the meats.
Yes.
We got pierogies and barbecue sausage, kielbasa.
June
was amazing.
28th.
And then he ended up with 2 hands filled with food.
Barbecue chicken, barbecue
Pork,
pork,
kielbasa, and
and
pierogies.
I think like a dozen pierogies.
Yeah, like he's
It's
like,
like, what are you doing?
he had to give the food away. He couldn't eat
Well,
it
he was
all.
gonna throw it away. I'm like, well, don't throw that away. I mean,
Well, no, he
I'll bite
offered
the
it.
bullet.
We ate some pierogies, and then he
Yeah, I
was
know,
like,
but
"You
he
wanna
was
You'll
have
like,
bite
the
the bullet. Got me out of buying you dinner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, which
Josh.
he still owe me. He hasn't paid me for the ticket or bought me dinner
Nope.
yet. So
I was going to
guess
buy
who's
him.
buying tickets
I was
for the
I was
luau?
going
Yeah.
to buy him dinner.
Yeah,
But then Alex handed him a whole plate of food. I'm like, I'll have to buy Mark dinner.
yeah.
But the funny thing is, we had just bought dinner.
I just ate.
We ate before that.
So luckily I hadn't ate at all that day. So
Well, the funny thing is, Mark,
trying to be
on
good.
the way there, Mark's just like, oh, I wanted to get food. And Josh and me were like, they have food there.
I know.
And
I
it's
just didn't
really
think about
good.
it. I don't think about it. 'Cause it's like I just think it is like concessions. I don't think of it as.
But it's really good food.
I know. I
It,
usually don't get the food there. I usually
it was a
try not to.
fantastic show.
But it's worth it at this point. I'm like, that's the go-to it from now on.
Cruel
Cruel.
was
Yes.
the standout performance of the evening, in my
For you,
opinion.
yes.
Wow.
You were all about it.
I've never seen him wrestle before.
I know you've never seen the Cruel.
Not one, but 2 doors were smashed.
2 doors down.
And 1 door was smashed over his head repeatedly.
Yes, I know you have that on your Facebook and you're very excited about it.
It was very cool. It was an awesome show, and now it's like we're approaching a year.
Yeah.
And I am familiar with all the
You know what's
wrestlers.
going on, yeah.
We know who
The
they are.
stories, you know the different things.
The
How-
chance.
Yeah, we kind of know the
Yeah.
stuff. It's kind of cool. But unfortunately, the WWE ID was Marcus Mathers and
Sean Legacy.
Sean Legacy.
Yeah.
And I told Mark, I said, even though those 2 were top of their game,
Yeah.
they were, I would say, the most professional,
Most polished.
very polished. They
Yes.
knew what they were doing. I think they wrestled great
Yeah.
together, but it was so quiet during that match.
I think it was just there was no like we talked about. There was just no like
story.
build to it. It was
There's
just
not-
the
we don't
fact-
know who
and
they are.
also, it wasn't the original match.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be
Bryce and
Bryce.
Donovan.
Legacy,
Now,
yeah.
Bryce,
And Marcus Mathers was supposed to be in the match with Bobby Orlando and Rabid Honey Badger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mooney.
Well, Bobby was up against Thick Daddy.
No.
No.
Paul
Paul London
London
was
was
up
Thick
against
Daddy.
Thick Daddy.
Bobby
sorry.
Orlando was with Sean Mooney.
You're right. That was a good match.
That was the
Rabies.
Battle of the Juniors.
Yes.
But
Rabies.
if the original guy had been there, he has a following. Anytime he's up
He would
there,
have been that would have changed the whole dynamic.
the girls go crazy. And I think you're right.
Chicks dig him.
Chicks dig him. He's got a big.
He's a chick magnet.
He's got a following.
He's got a
But
follow.
I also think it was people were actually just watching. Like they weren't.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was also
They're
a very
actually, like,
technical
trying to
match
just
too. So it was a lot of
Yes.
that. You had to
Yes.
pay attention to what was going on. Too.
No,
Yeah.
Listen, it's nothing against.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. It was just so not.
It was so
just,
different.
like,
It wasn't
quiet.
Blitzkrieg.
Just quiet. It was like
Yeah.
people cheered, people just enjoyed it. But like when you had all the chaos happening,
It was, I think, getting nitpicky here now. It was placed in the wrong spot on the card.
you
in
think
my
so?
I thought it was later on. If it was like the first match after intermission, you'd have had that. They could have done something during intermission to get them to
hype
like
up the-
animosity or something, or put them on the mic to have them talk
Yeah.
to each other to build up
Get him
animosity.
going. Yeah.
Something like that would have helped
Yeah.
than just here's these 2 guys.
It was just thrown out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But sometimes it happens.
Overall, fantastic show.
Oh, great show as always. They put on an amazing show.
Oh my God. So much
If you're
fun.
any sort of wrestling fan and you live in the Enfield area, you need to get yourself to a Blitzkrieg show.
Yeah. Wow. Like, I'm very excited for
Yeah.
Luau
They're doing one in May actually in Springfield
in Springfield.
Tower
at
Square.
the
Tower.
Tower Square, and then they're also doing one the night before.
I'd have to check
Luau?
it. I'd have to check it again.
They're
But
doing
they're
that
doing
co-op
the
thing at
the
South End for the Wrestling Classic. They just announced that.
the
okay.
convention there.
Yeah, they're doing like a co-op show with Pioneer
PvP?
Valley Pro.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
I'm here for the luau.
Yes,
Because I
yeah.
missed the pool shenanigans with the pool
Yes.
Pool noodles and-
you
noodles
missed
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah, you missed that. Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see that.
It'll be a
this
long
year.
day for Josh and I. We'll be coming back
Yeah.
from Lime Rock. We'll be at a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race.
Well, I'll just meet you there.
And it's this Saturday, the 28th, not the 29th.
Yes, Saturday 28th.
Yes.
Uh,
Saturday, yes.
Anyway, so Blitzkrieg Pro was fantastic. The whole gang did a bang up job. Also, they smartened up and they got rid of the vendors off to the side and they added more
One
chairs.
of they like, smartened up. I think it was just, I don't know if they just
It made
weren't able to
sense.
make
I
it
also-
or something else.
Well, it
This
makes
is
sense
also-
because it's like nobody was ever buying from them.
I mean, you don't
Brian,
know that.
This
You
is
don't
also a
throw that out there.
reschedule. This is a reschedule from
Yeah, there
another
wasn't
event.
like they had, this is supposed to be the Westfield
oh yeah,
thing,
this
so it probably
was this was the snow day.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might have been the reason why they weren't there. You can't just say that. I mean, those guys are nice people. It's like, don't be a jerk by it.
All right. Let me rephrase that.
Like, wised up. Look at you trying to start beef with people.
I was starting beef.
We're going to be a rumble. There's going to be a rumble.
It's gonna be a good match.
I'll see you at the luau.
Let me rephrase
One of those
that.
vendors are going to be challenge you to a match.
Paul London's gonna take you out.
Anytime I've gone,
I'll be your
those-
manager.
The people off to the side there's nobody ever really hanging out there. Everybody's going to the wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, it does take away seating. but
I am
that's
just saying, like,
you know,
it made sense
There's
to
a capacity
have
limit.
more
Yeah.
seating there.
yeah.
Nothing against the people selling stuff.
I mean, it sounded like you had a little thing against the people selling stuff, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, brother.
You're starting your own thing. You're on your own there, buddy.
No, I'm just saying it made more sense to
Yeah.
have more seats there.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's tough because it is kind of, you got to have room for all the wrestlers to have their tables. You also
Yes.
have to have room for people to come out
Yes.
to the stage,
Yes.
and you got to these are popular. You got to have enough seating. So
Yeah.
it's a game of
And they're almost
chess.
always adding more seats because
Exactly.
so
So
many people have been showing up.
it wasn't. I'm not saying anything bad about the folks that were vending there. I'm just saying for this show, it was kind of nice because it opened up that area. That's all.
Okay.
Um,
You're
I
in your
wish
own
it
hole,
was-
You're digging yourself, so I'm not getting involved in it. You're in your own hole now, buddy.
there's no hole.
I'm not
There's
jumping in
no
that
hole.
foxhole with you. You're on your own.
All right. Anyway, and
I think the one thing I do think that would be cool, and I thought this while I was wandering back and forth between the concession stand and where we sat. We sat in a different sign than we usually do.
Yeah.
The entryway that they have,
Yeah.
that I think during intermission or sometime during the of the day or the event would be cool to have, like, make that like a photo spot that you could get your photo taken as you're like entering. You know, like
Yeah.
an entrance photo.
I did see some people doing that on their own.
Yeah, but
But it
like
would
having
be
a
cool
thing
if,
where
like,
we
you
like
actually,
tag the show
Yeah.
and post
Right.
on social media
Right.
that you're at the event.
Yeah.
It's like a cross promotional thing there.
Yep. Also, I'll
Free,
even go.
free marketing for you, Jeremy.
I'll go back to what I said about that corner. If it would make more sense against that wall because they had a great little mom and pop
The bakery people.
place.
Yeah.
If you had them all lined up right there when you first walked in,
Yeah.
might be better because people would see them.
Yeah.
And the bakery was great.
Yeah.
I got popcorn.
Yeah. How was the popcorn?
It was fantastic.
How was the brownie you took home?
Still home. We haven't ate it yet.
Yeah.
But the popcorn was delicious.
The
There you
cookie
go.
was great.
The cookie was good. You had a cookie?
Yeah.
I got a cookie.
Nice.
That was smart. Now that was a smart thing to do.
I
Have
gave
a
up
little
sugar,
bakery.
so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, it was all
I
sugar.
thought about it, but I was like, nope.
It was a sugar cookie with sprinkles.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar.
It was good.
Yeah.
Good
No, thank
stuff.
you. I've been running around that building for like a day if I had any kind of sugar at this point. You don't realize that when you give up sugar, when you have sugar
I
again,
know.
it's
You
like,
feel it.
"Wah!" It's like you're flying. It's like
You were going to jump in that ring.
I would have. I don't know about that.
You were going to take on Kroll.
No, I wouldn't have done that. Wouldn't have done that.
Dude, that guy was nuts. It was insane.
Yeah.
So Alex had a great time. It sounds like Alex might try to bring his son the next
Nice.
one. But
Yeah.
he's like, he might like this.
It'd be cool to get a group together.
Yeah.
Kylie's best friend's husband was there with his son. They sat next to us, so it was a nice little group we had there.
Nice.
We were all,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
So that happened this past weekend.
Good, clean family fun.
It was. It was so clean. So clean. So many clean things happen.
Other than the blood. It was
Other
clean.
than
A
the
little bit of
blood.
blood, but I mean, you could see blood on regular wrestling nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
Like Jimmy
like
Uso
last
night. He was
Well, dude,
stuck pig.
Gunther was bathing in blood.
He was bathed in his blood. Yeah.
Jeez.
Last
that was
night-
gross.
last night
From
was-
Gladiator.
That was one of the craziest all around. Just
Yeah.
so much crazy stuff happened.
Oh, Monday
he
Night
got-
Raw was
He
fantastic
got in
last night.
so much trouble for that.
Who?
Gunther.
Oh yeah.
How do you know?
It was all over the internet last
Of
night.
course, they put it out
No,
there.
like WWE put out he would put out a statement apologizing for the graphic violence that was portrayed.
Well, did you notice how? Did you
'cause
guys both notice?
If
at
you
the end
left
of
at just the blood, like him bleeding, was one thing. But when he started
when
going,
he covering it on himself. And
Well,
like,
no. Did you guys
Yeah.
both notice they cut away
Yes.
and they went onto the announcing booth,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
normally they do before they cut the commercial.
Yeah.
But they were on them an extended
For a
time,
long
and
period of
Cole was standing up, and
Yeah.
they kept looking over there.
Yeah.
Like I think they were like, "We got to clean this up. We got to
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
Don't show this."
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, it was like I said. It went.
Yeah.
He went way.
It was
It was
okay
good, though.
until
It was
like
good.
he put him in the sleeper hold, and then he was like moving around and he got all
All
his
the blood,
on
all
him,
of-
and
yeah.
then he stood up and he was like
Covered in it.
bathed in Jimmy Uso's blood.
Yeah.
and then that's when I think WWE was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And
We've
then
got a little bit overboard
And then
here.
then he made it worse by he started rubbing it in.
But
I don't remember.
Like,
seeing
he
Robin
went-
in
he
it.
lit-
was
at one point he went like-
even like took a part of it and like
Oh, he licked it. He,
Yeah.
and then he
like,
spit it out.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's what I think he got. In
Yeah,
trouble
that's
with.
what it is. He went. Ugh.
Like tasting the guy's blood and stuff.
All right,
That's-
we should put a pin in wrestling talk. We're gonna talk about it. We got
Yeah.
something to talk about.
Oh, I thought we're into wrestling talk.
We should go. We'll go. I guess we'll get into Monday. I mean, we could continue.
Let's go to
or-
Monday Night Raw. 'cause
yeah,
we're
just
already
go
there.
into it.
All right,
We're
Monday Night
into
Raw.
It's a good transition from wrestling to wrestling.
I have to say, last night, John Cena and Cody Rhodes back and forth was epic.
I have
The
to say,
insults were fantastic.
if the times of the show airing are not on a time when everyone's able to watch it, don't text about it.
Brian.
Brian Kazaska.
Yeah, I didn't ruin anything. I just said it was awesome.
Yeah, but it's just like now I knew there was something going on. I'm like, well, now I just sit there for 4 hours waiting.
Wait a minute. I started watching
Some
at
people
7.
have to. Yeah, no,
you did
that
not.
came in
Yeah.
at like.
It was middle of the afternoon.
No, it was not in the middle of the afternoon.
I feel like that came in at like 5:00.
6:56.
Yeah, but I'm not watching it until 8 o'clock at night. So I had to sit for 2
And
hours.
all I said was John Cena and Cody went hard on Smack Talk. That's it. I didn't get. You knew they were going to be together. It's not like I gave
Well,
anything
not like
away.
that, but I mean, I knew they were going to be in an argument.
Whatever. It was an hour
But
difference.
still, I was like, as soon as that text, I didn't even look at it. I saw you texted the podcast chat, and I'm like, no, I'm not looking at it.
All right, so what are you complaining about?
Because I was like, just thinking, like, if he starts texting in this chat about everything going on in this show right now,
okay. I didn't ruin anything. I just said the Smack Talk was fantastic. Was the Smack Talk not fantastic? I mean, the stuff they were saying to each other, I was just like, wow, they're digging deep on insults.
yeah,
Like,
The references that were tagged, like
I mean,
afterwards,
John
everyone's
Cena
going.
brought up that lawsuit Cody
The
Rhodes went
lawsuit,
through.
Yeah.
I'm like,
AEW,
wow.
Tony
Yeah,
Khan,
Cody brought up Nikki
Vince
Bella.
McMahon.
Cody brought up
Vince
Nikki Bella.
McMahon
Yeah.
was brought up. I
Yeah,
mean, this
Nikki
was,
Bella was brought
Yeah,
into it,
it was.
dude. It was like
and it's
the lawsuit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
And they like, I think in the beginning,
well, it has to be like something like why is John Cena so mad at Cody? We talked about this last week.
yeah.
There was
But
never
there's gotta be a
anything. It
reason.
was kind of like, why are you mad?
But last week,
Like, why are you a bad guy?
they helped it, and this week I think
Well,
they
last week was
solidified it.
Him just being like, yeah, I picked on that kid, and I hate all of you.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, why?
but this was good.
What made you do this? And
Yeah.
even still, I'm still going to throw it out there again that they can just go to the cop-out thing of, you like sold out to The Rock. We still don't have a reason why he sold out to The Rock or why he's teaming with The Rock. There's no, like,
Yes, but we're gonna find
anything
out.
to that.
But it was
He's
great
just
how
a
they're.
bad guy.
Yeah,
He's
but they were
just a
saying
bad
like
guy.
he's
It's
saying like
just-
Cody Rhodes is this phony baloney. He's too polished. I'm the real deal. I deserve the belt. I deserve to beat Ric Flair's record.
Yes.
You don't deserve this. Blah blah blah. And I love how John Cena is kind of picking apart like all the little things people do, chanting his name and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just fun. I thought
Yeah.
the two of them.
And then Cody hit him with "No one ever chanted I can't wrestle." That was the
Yeah, that was good. It was
like,
good.
cool.
The only thing that made that more like hilarious was because you guys watched it at different times than I probably watched it, because I watched it late because I was doing other stuff. One of the commercials I saw before I started watching Raw was a ice cream drumsticks commercial with John Cena.
Yes.
You saw?
I gotta say, the one thing I came into work today, and my TV was on some random channel that I left it on from last night, and I turned the TV on, and it's like John Cena like selling some medication or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does
like,
like a Prilosec
Well,
or
this
something.
kind of ruins
Well,
the whole stigma
you-
of you being anti this,
Oh, I
anti
know.
that, when you're literally like selling Prilosec OTC
yeah, but don't forget.
like on camera, not like he's just like doing
it's
the
not like he's the
voiceover.
voice.
But don't forget,
He's
Cody
actually-
Rhodes told him that. He goes, "You are Mr. Hollywood," you know. So it's
Yeah.
like he's buying. You're going into that saying you
Yeah.
sold out. You are Hollywood.
But that's what
if
means-
I
that's
drive
what
to
makes-
McDonald's,
yeah.
you wait long enough, you see John Cena's smiling face.
But that's what
on
I
your
mean.
hamburger,
Like
so-
in the drumstick commercial he's in
Yeah.
is with a puppet.
yeah,
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and he's
So it's
like,
like-
he's housing an ice cream cone in the
yeah.
commercial.
But
Well,
like,
the match is sponsored by Drumstick, if you noticed.
Oh, what's
It is. It's sponsored by Drumstick.
so that was 24 minutes of Raw last night, and
Yes,
it
the
was
first 24 minutes of
It
Raw
was
last night.
epic.
Yeah.
It was epic. I really like the whole show was great. I think the last couple of shows have been fantastic.
We did catch, for some reason, I don't know why this happened last night's. Hasn't happened before. We jumped into it later than it starting. So we were like watching.
Well,
like,
it was
the
started at
behind.
3.
Yeah, so we were like watching it like 8 o'clock at night and everything.
Yeah, I started at
But
7.
we still got ads.
Hey, I got to tell you guys about this.
It didn't cut the ads out.
You know why? Because I think they keep the ads in because they know people might be watching later,
Yeah.
but you can fast forward them.
I know you can, but still.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought you had to watch them.
No.
So then the third ad break, I was like, if I hit fast forward, what will happen? And I hit fast forward, and the commercial like went to the next commercial, and I'm like, sweet. So I fast forward all the commercials.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like one
but
of those
usually
things.
they cut them out if you're watching it after the fact.
I think it's because they know people might be still watching at 8 o'clock, and they got to get the
Yeah.
ads in there.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you were to watch it 8 o'clock and it was live at 8 o'clock and you watched it at 9,
You
near
get the-
once,
even still,
the
at
once the
9,
live
ads.
feed's over,
even
the
if I
commercials
start
are
watching
gone.
at 9, if it starts at 8, it still cuts the commercials out.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
or you get the truncated like 15-second
Well, you get like
WWE
their
shop.
in-house
Their in-house
commercials, but not
commercials,
like the actual ads,
Yeah.
which is fine.
But I didn't realize you can fast
Yeah.
forward them because it wasn't
So
live.
it's like so weird. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why am I seeing commercials?
I know.
I
But
got on this so I don't have to watch commercials.
but
why I watched
we got a
those.
coup de grace.
We did.
Penta lost his first match. Of
It
course,
was in a tag match.
Is a tag
so
match. so
Doesn't
they-
count technically.
But I knew
It
he
wasn't
was.
a singles loss.
I knew he was going to lose
Yeah, 'cause
because
they're not
They had to have
Braun
him
gets
lose
the-
but not lose.
Yeah.
Braun can't lose with a belt on, so.
right, exactly. And I kind of like the beef they got going on with that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of three-ways are going to be happening at WrestleMania.
I'm saying it now. I really
Call
feel
it Threesemania.
I feel like you're right because the last match was Io Sky and Rhea Ripley,
Bianca.
and Bianca was
That's
the
become a
ref,
three-way.
and it got called
Yeah.
because yet
Bianca
again
just got aggravated.
Bianca's like, "That's it, I'm calling the match."
I've been hit too many times as the referee.
And I've kind of know who I'm going to be picking, but like I kind of feel like it's going to be a 3-way match.
Yeah.
Unless
Same thing with
something
the
happens in the next 2
Intercontinental
weeks.
belt too, probably.
Hmm?
Same thing with the Intercontinental belt as well. I think that's going to be a 3-way as well.
That's just
Braun, Penta, and Finn.
you think?
Yeah, they kind of set it up that way.
Maybe.
Braun speared Penta,
Yep.
then got coup de grace by Finn,
Yeah.
costing them the win. So now Penta's going to be mad about that. He's going to go against Braun, but also Finn wants to go against Braun. So, solution 3-way.
They haven't officially announced
Yeah,
that.
but I think that's the next one.
Yeah, that could be.
Next match, the other match we got confirmed last night was AJ and Logan Paul.
Yes. I was
In
like,
the I don't care who wins match.
I hate to say it. when they came on last night, it was the first time
I was faster forward to this.
I let it play, and I went pee. I did some things. I came back.
I don't care.
I was just kind of like,
I don't want to hear anything Logan Paul says.
yeah.
And I just don't want it.
I like AJ Styles. He's good.
He looks old.
Well, he's old.
I know, but his face is starting to look old. Like he's getting like the crow's feet on the sides, and his eyes are getting squinty, and he's getting like. Yeah.
That's a tough. That's an interesting match.
Vidal Sassoon hair is starting to get a little weird.
I mean, we'll see where that
47.
goes. SmackDown was fantastic with the contract signing. I'm actually looking forward to that. That's
WrestleMania.
That's going to be another 3-way. I'm looking forward to that a lot. So they're stacking the cards right now. We'll see the next 2 weeks where this all goes.
They'll fill it out. Like I know we'll get like probably that New Day War Raiders might end up on WrestleMania.
That
like
might
on a pre-show one of those days.
Yeah, because they've already confirmed. Wait, didn't they confirm for next Monday? The War
yeah,
Raiders?
but they might end up doing something else. Something might happen.
It would just make sense for them to be on there, because why wouldn't you have a tag team title match?
Well, because you're gonna have the SmackDown one's gonna be like a fatal 5-way probably, or some crazy thing.
So why not just have a regular?
You're gonna have like every team
regular match,
like doing like a ladder match or something for the belts or something.
It's gonna be insane. We're gonna have so many points on the line for WrestleMania.
It's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be epic.
Josh might have a chance if we just don't show up.
If Josh were to predict everything right,
I would have to
be in the game.
I would have to get everything right.
We'd have to get everything incorrect.
Yeah,
but there's no way.
Yeah,
a lot of things can happen.
Yeah,
no, that's not happening, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. I like to be.
I know you're
trying to be optimistic and positive.
I think it's going to come down to
there's
the last
no
match
way
of the
I
night,
could
though, on Sunday, Cena and Cody, because I feel like we're going different ways on
I
that.
thought CM Punk, Seth Rollins.
That's Saturday. They announced that last night.
But I thought that's headlining.
Saturday.
Oh,
is a main event on Saturday.
Okay, I thought they meant by Sunday.
No,
main event.
I'll check it again. But
no, Sundays is Cody and Cena. It'll probably open with Gunther and Jay.
Yeah, I think so.
On Sunday.
Or it could open with Rhea.
What do you think about the people that are upset about that? There's people that are upset that Jey Uso isn't wrestling in the main event.
Because he's not. It's not a big enough match to.
Yeah.
But if you think about it,
you can only have so many like main events.
Saturday sets the tone.
Yeah.
The first match sets the tone.
Yeah.
And it's because last year it was Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. And
last year's was Cody and.
I'm talking about Sunday night. But Saturday night was.
Sunday's night was Roman Cody.
No. The first match was
the first night
was Rhea and Becky.
Yes, on Sunday. Yes.
I've noticed something. If Rhea's on the bill, she's the first one.
Well,
generally, she kind of sets the tone.
Last year, night one was Rhea versus Becky Lynch.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And the next night was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Wow. How far are we?
Which Drew
so
won,
far the confirmed match.
Took him out.
The confirmed matches are on night one is Randy versus Kevin.
Yes.
And Roman versus CM Punk and Seth. Night two confirmed is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Those are the only ones that are confirmed for what days.
Yeah, I could see AJ and Logan Paul being on Saturday.
Yeah.
I could see Drew and Damian being on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's
going to happen.
That's happening.
Because as of right now, the only confirmed matches are Tiffany versus Charlotte, Gunther versus Jay, Io versus Bianca, which hasn't been
confirmed.
Completely confirmed, but that's
it's confirmed as that's what's happening right now. As of right now, that's what's happening.
And AJ versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, Damian and
that's not a confirmed match yet.
Drew will get confirmed probably Friday.
I actually like Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I think they make good enemies.
Yes,
it's kind of fun to see Damian Priest up against new people.
Yeah.
Oh, I also do love the dig at AEW and Jungle Boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Got his tag team back. Is that what you're talking about, Josh?
No. Drew, when he fell on the glass window, he on the car window.
Oh yes.
He said I got glass in my eye.
Yes.
That was a dig at Jungle Boy, the wrestler in AEW.
Okay, I didn't.
Because that was like the reason why
he wanted to do it with a rental car. He wanted to destroy a rental car.
That's how CM Punk got kicked out of AEW, basically.
Gotcha.
He got in a fight with this Luke Perry's son, Jack Perry, wanted to suplex a guy onto a car window with real glass. And CM Punk's like, no, we're going to use fake glass.
Well, yes.
We're also not going to use a rental car.
Hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Because if it, like, glass can...
That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. So, at the big pay-per-view that they are having in London, he used real glass on a car. And he came back and said something. He said something into the TV, into the camera at CM Punk. And when he got into the back, CM Punk kicked his butt. And that's why CM Punk got kicked out of AEW.
Well, he should be using real glass.
So when Damien did it to Drew the other night, and he said, like, oh, I got glass in my eye, that was like them digging at AEW.
Okay. I mean, I totally forgot about the car.
And CM Punk, because CM Punk walked by him.
Sort of giggling.
I totally forgot about the glass thing happening.
Yeah. But before that, Jungle Boy wanted to put somebody through a car window of a rental car.
Yeah.
And CM Punk says, we're not doing that. And he's like, why not? And he goes, because you're not going to destroy other people's abilities. No, other people's abilities to rent cars, too.
Yeah,
because it would have burned all those people that were renting cars.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys notice, was it Lyra? I believe it was her interview got cut off by The Undertaker. Did you guys notice, like, one of the interviews, I'm like, it was just like, one other thing. And then all of a sudden went right into the Undertaker ad, and I'm like, was that on purpose, or did they mess that up?
I think there were, it was a weird ending to it. Like, they said thank you, and like...
No, she's like, and I got one more other thing to say, and they just
when I watched it was there. So
they went to the Undertaker.
They might have edited it or something.
That might have been a mess up, because I don't remember what you're talking about.
What did she say? She was like talking about, like, because she's
like, fight Bailey next week.
She's gonna fight Bailey, but she's like, I got something else to say, and then just went right into.
I don't remember. It was the Lyra Valkyria promo, so I probably fell asleep.
I know.
More
sadly,
likely. Yeah.
I like her, but she needs a little bit more personality.
Yeah, she was just kind of just talking.
Yes.
And had nothing to say, so I kind of like tuned out.
Tuned it out.
So I was probably looking forward to when the ad happened. I was probably like, "Oh, great!
Undertaker,
we get to keep going.
Yeah.
I can speed forward through this."
Anyway, so we'll be in 2 weeks' time. We're gonna be doing our final things for this season.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, and we'll have the thing posted too. We'll open up to celebrity picks as well.
Yeah, we can maybe your wife can put some.
I'm
picks
sure
in.
she'll pick.
I'll ask Tony what his picks are.
Yeah.
Because he copies my picks. I send him mine, and he goes, I'm going to use those towards my game I play. He plays the card game on phone.
Yeah.
On the phone. But yeah. I know there's some people on Facebook who watch. We can see if we can get some people to put their picks in.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, maybe we can get them beforehand. We'll get the card.
Yeah, we should have the form, and then people
the cards should be pretty well battened out by the time we get around to that last week.
Yeah, because they really got to hammer home.
And they usually don't add anything in that last week.
Yeah,
that's not already pretty much confirmed.
The week leading up, I think
next week's
going to
be like the week that's going to give you everything.
Yes.
Like everything will be kind of out there.
Yeah, I don't.
You might get one random one to be a filler, but that's about it.
Like I was saying, so like if War Raiders fight New Day and New Day wins, then they'll have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If not, they'll do something. Something will happen.
They'll probably still do a match at WrestleMania.
They probably will still do a match at WrestleMania.
No matter how it ends up, they'll probably still do a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because there'll be something. Someone will get involved.
Because that's like, what did they say? We're at like only 7 confirmed matches.
Yeah, there's going to be like 24 something matches.
Yeah, we confirmed.
No, it was 14.
14 last year.
14 total last year.
So they still have half a thing that booked. So.
That's what I was saying. If Josh can, especially a lot of them are champion matches, you're getting 2 points. So
yeah. But we'd have to get everyone wrong.
But we also haven't decided our bonus.
Go against everybody.
If we're going to do
we got to find out what the matches are first.
Like if we think a special, on the men's side, someone might make an appearance. On the women's side, someone might make an appearance. I don't know if we want to do something like that or not.
Usually that doesn't happen at WrestleMania too much.
It might be the Monday after. We'll have a lot of stuff.
Last year, Undertaker showed up. And
Yeah,
that was
but
Yeah,
a
but
big
that was
surprise.
different. That was different. That was
It was
a.
also WrestleMania 40,
Yeah.
But that's a big cameo.
so it's a big number WrestleMania.
that's what I
I'm
mean
just
is-
saying there could
it's
be
not-
some
It's
cameos.
just
Yes.
a regular ho hum.
But to me, is
41.
it's not too often that you have a surprise appearance.
Yeah, there's no like
Outside
briefcase
of
to
yeah.
cash in or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. Or anything.
I'm just saying for bonus points.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll come up with something.
All
Calm
right.
down.
Okay. I'm
Jeez.
excited.
Unless
All right,
there's a
we should
random-
move on.
I know,
Gonna be a good
but
match.
Brian,
Yeah.
unless there's a random Legends match, I
There won't
can't
be.
see.
No.
There won't be
yeah.
a random Legends match, that's for sure.
I'm just saying, will someone show up or something happen? That's it.
Okay.
Okay. We got to move on.
Moving on.
Mythic Quest season 4
Wrapped up.
season finale, not series finale.
Yes.
Happened. I think this season was fantastic. I think it was better than last season. Last season seemed like they didn't have much of a direction. Things were just
Yeah, it was
happening.
kind of like all over the place. They did like they were jumping back and forth in time, doing that thing.
Yeah, this one had more of like
yeah, it was more just the story.
the story about Poppy.
Yeah. Get pregnant.
She got pregnant, and now
Did she
things-
get pregnant in real life, or was it just for the show?
I don't know,
Okay.
but whatever they did, I was
looked
believable.
pregnant.
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
And the ending, that final episode, like they kissed, and it
I
was
mean, it's
like,
kind of like
I
it's
kind of
time.
felt like,
if they're gonna wrap up the series next year, then that's kind of makes sense.
but the whole thing was about them being apart and how
Needing to be away from each other.
he could not. He was
Yeah.
just like, I need you by my side. I
Yeah.
need your mind.
As friends.
Well,
Yes.
now that they
Well, I
kissed,
know, but that's what they were. That's
Yes.
what they were. Yeah.
yes. I thought it was a lot of fun this season. And Side Quest is already out, and I guess it's just like different individual stories.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them yet, but it was great because the season finale happened, and then all of a sudden it was like it popped right up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch those.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a lot of different celebrities and people in them.
Yeah, it seemed like I didn't really get into it either, but yeah, I'm interested to check them out.
I gotta watch them. I
Yeah.
think there's only 4.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Wasn't that many of them?
Yeah. So I figured since we both finished Mythic Quest season 4,
Okay.
we can give our thoughts and give it a number.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
I go first. Mythic Quest. I don't know. I guess I don't hold it as high as I do even like Shorzy. It's like a weird show. It's kind of just there. It's kind of offbeat, the beaten path, kind of. I enjoy it. I like watching it. But I wasn't like blown away by the series, like the season. So I'll probably give it an 8.
All right.
Yeah. It's a nice round number.
For me, I think I like it a little bit more than you. Like, I don't know. I like all the characters. I think it's funny. It has
It is,
very
yeah.
heartwarming storytelling.
Yes.
I thought the bottle episode about the kid, the PewDiePie
Yes. Yes.
parody guy,
Yeah.
was really cool. And I think the show kind of has a good balance of funny, heart,
Yeah.
and overall, good storytelling and
Yeah.
great characters. So for me, I give it a 9.
All right. There
I
you
give
go.
it a 9.
Yeah, you have like a high 8, a hard 8 even.
A hard 8.
So like a higher 8 than a usual 8.
And then another show that I finished over the weekend was Severance season 2.
Yes,
A soft 2.
Wow,
it was.
I loved it.
It was a roller coaster.
I was favorite show of the year for me. So
I knew you were
far.
gonna say this.
It's right up there.
It's
with,
right in your alley. It's like if they were to write a show, it's right in your wheelhouse. I was like, if they were like, I was watching it, I'm like, Brian's gonna love every second of this.
Oh,
It's so crazy off the wall.
I'm just
bat
looking up
poop crazy
this show.
that it's gonna be Brian's like it's gonna hit all of his Twin Peaks member berries.
That's what I was about to say.
Well, no.
I haven't watched much of it, but what I have watched is very David Lynchy.
Yes, it's very much right in
Watch
Brian's like
crazy,
This in the
enjoyment
show
level.
This and the show Sugar are probably two of my favorite shows of the year so far. Sugar had the Penguin. Colin Farrell, which was fantastic.
Yes.
It's on Apple TV. If you
Yes.
want something to watch, it's a quick watch.
Yeah.
But Severance season 2, I even said this to Allison today. I said, I kind of want to rewatch it.
So
I loved it. I
here's
can't
my
wait
thing with
to watch
Severance
it again.
this year, and I think from last year too. Because last year I watched Severance after it started, like you did. I didn't watch it week to week.
Me neither. I watched it after. And the last
No,
season,
I mean I watched it even after you watched it. I'm saying.
the last season came out in 2022.
Yes, it was a while ago. With Severance, Severance plays better as a binge show as opposed to a weekly show. Because a lot of information you have to like.
See, I kind of wish I watched it week to week. I felt like I was
No.
overwhelmed. There was so much.
I feel like I forgot so much from week to week
Really?
that like I was like, what are we? Why is that?
Well, they have the
where are we
recap. They have a
going?
great recap in the beginning.
Yes, I know, but even still with that, it's like, what's going on? Why is this person doing this? Why is Christopher Walken living? What's going on?
We watched the whole thing in a weekend. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think if I had had that time frame to watch it, it would have been better.
Yeah.
But watching it strung out like it was a lot.
It is
A lot of information that
Lot.
kind of, like you have to remember things like, because stuff that happened in the season finale,
Yeah.
like touched on things that happened like really early on in the season.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, what happened? Who was that person?
Luckily, I remembered it all.
Choreography and
But
merriment.
yeah, I had to like going, oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of, it's a thinking show,
it is.
which is not one of my higher things on the list of things I want to do when I'm watching television. So,
I am excited for season 3. I hope we get
I
it
am
quicker.
too, but it's going to be like 2030 by the time we get it. Probably.
No, I think the reason is because Apple took forever to renew it, but also on top of the writer's strike, the actor's strike, the director's strike,
Yeah.
all those things hindered it.
Yeah.
Remember, I think so they couldn't finish filming until after the strikes. So anyway, man, I loved it, and I'm actually like, a part of me really wants to rewatch it again, season 2, or rewatch season 1 and 2 before 3. But season 2, I love the character studies. I love getting the background on people, especially.
Yeah, I love how they dove into more of the
his
other
wife.
characters as well too.
Yeah, everybody got their own story.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but like they were.
I'm bummed that what's his face isn't on it anymore, but that's fine.
He's still there.
No, what's his face is off the show.
What are you talking about?
The person who
What?
left.
John Latour.
Well, I'm trying not to spoil it by saying the character's name or the person's
He
name.
was still on the show up until the final episode.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't there. He's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
He left on the.
He left on the train.
That was
But-
the episode before the season finale.
Well, I can't remember. I watched the 2 episodes together.
Yeah.
The final 2.
Yeah.
But
So he's not on the show anymore.
we don't know that though.
Well, I'm assuming that's what's happening.
It could.
Yeah.
But
Because his
man.
character really doesn't, at this point in the way they ended the season, it really doesn't need.
No,
ancillary characters.
he served his purpose.
Yeah.
In
And the other guy too is kind of like not really like.
well,
what is his part going to be?
he helped Helen
Yes,
during the
Yes.
marching band thing.
Helly.
Yes.
Yes.
He helped her. Where the cliffhanger is they're up against him and
Well, the cliffhanger is that the
band.
Innie, Mark S's Innie. Spoiler alert!
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert! Chose to stay severed
Well,
and not go out with
because
his wife.
because he doesn't
He doesn't feel anything for her.
That's
not his life.
The Innie version of his wife is just a health person.
Yeah.
and
Well,
he-
the secretary for
yeah,
what's his
and
face there?
so like, but the love of his life in the in world
yes,
is like right there,
Yes.
and they're just thinking, oh, well,
yeah.
let's
I'm gonna run
go.
off with her.
yeah. And man, and it was violent too. There's some
Yeah.
great violent scenes, and
Yeah.
the woman from Game of Thrones is in it.
Yeah.
She shows up as the sheep herder person.
Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma too.
Yeah.
She had a great scene.
Yes.
Oh my God, such a good show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so many things. It was great about the season. Character development, mysteries were solved, but new mysteries were given, and
Lady Brenna or something like that.
yeah, and where are they gonna go?
Game of Thrones.
Where are they gonna go?
Brienne. Brianna Tarth.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, they were just going into the office building that they're being like they
yeah,
work at.
they-
So it's like, where are they going to
where are they going to go? Yeah, exactly. They're not thinking.
It's like, yeah,
But they're like two teenagers in love.
yes.
Yeah.
Because they've only been alive for 2 years.
Yes,
so,
so they're like,
or 3, whatever.
they're
amount of
like,
story time it is,
now
yeah.
what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So, final thoughts and your number, Marcus. Do you want me to go
I'll
first?
do mine because I know yours is going to be like a glowing, deep, long
I'm not going to. I'll keep
love
it
story
short.
to Severance.
I love it.
I'm gonna give it a 9. It was really good season.
9's great.
It wasn't like, again, I was kind of annoyed with the ending, but that's just me. But I understand why they're doing it. But
Oh, that scene between the two Marks having the argument. Oh my God, it was
Great.
so good.
great, I do it with myself all the time.
It was such a great idea with the video camera.
That was a good way of doing it.
Like he walked out, he
Yeah.
turns.
And then actually shooting it in that way and
Yes.
keeping it like not waiting for him to walk outside.
Yeah.
Actually, just like having the two things happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was great.
It was good.
Yeah,
Um.
directing is fantastic. Ben Stiller does a great job.
Oh, some of the episodes beautiful.
And some of the other folks that directed too were really good.
Yeah,
really well
like,
done.
The show looks great.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. So you give it a 9.
I give it a 9.
The 9's great.
I know, but I know you're going to give it a 10, so.
Oh, I'm giving it a 10, baby.
I know you were, so that's why I go first. So that way I can give it the worst score.
That's not even that bad.
No, I
though.
know, but I know you're going to want to like gush. So gush.
Well, this is my second 10 of the year because I gave Shorzy a 10.
Yes.
And just we're keeping tabs. You haven't given one show a 10 at all.
I'm very particular. I don't like just throwing out 10s.
We've got 9s and 8s.
I don't like throwing out 10s.
Anyway,
10s are saved for like end of a show's run, like best of the best.
well, anyway, Severance season 2 for me was like, where is this going to go from season
Like
1?
like St. Dennis season 1.
That's a 2 for me, baby.
It's not even a number for me.
Anyway,
Hard 2 on that.
hard 2.
That's a
hard
soft 2.
I didn't know what to expect with this season. What I got was something even better than what I thought I was going to get.
Yeah.
And
I knew you were going to enjoy it. That's all.
I
was saying.
enjoyed the
Yeah.
hell
I knew you were
out
going to
of
be
it.
like.
It was fantastic.
I literally was watching it and saying to myself, "Oh, Brian's going to just."
That final episode was a chef kiss to television. This is what television's for, I thought. I was just like, man, this is it. I can't wait to watch this again. It's the second time I said that about something.
I love this so much.
When I finished Buffy, I said I can't wait to rewatch this. But yeah, that's a 10 for me.
Yeah.
So, Severance is a 10, and Mythic Quest Season 4 is a 9.
Yeah. Before we go,
Well, we have more. We're not done.
yeah, CinemaCon happened.
Things were said.
Things
came
were
out.
said. Things were announced.
Things were announced.
Such as
Spider-Man.
2 Spider-Man movies were announced.
Finally.
Finally.
The cliffhanger from the first movie, the last animated movie.
Yes.
What's taking them so long?
Writer's strike.
Director
Director's
strike.
strike.
I know.
Actor strike.
Producer's strike.
And they were having a hard time.
Animation.
Animation. Technology.
I guess.
Sony not knowing what to do with themselves.
Well, it had nothing to do with Sony. It came with
Well,
the
it's a Sony
production team.
movies, so
So when's that coming out?
2027. July of 2027.
Jeez.
I think like end of July too, like July 26th of 2027.
I think our country ends at the end of the year. I don't know if
what's going
2027 we're going to be around.
Well, I mean, we might be around, but who knows? But
Maybe you
yeah,
have to get permission to go to the movie theater. At
yeah,
that
you
point.
have to
Who
like get
knows?
like a hall pass to get to the movie
Can
theater.
I leave my house?
Yeah.
That's good to know. It's coming out eventually.
Yeah, and next year we get a new Spider-Man,
What's the name
Tom
of it?
Holland Spider-Man.
Is it A New Day?
A new home, New Way Home or something.
It's June. Mark,
Is it?
Beyond the Spider-Verse
Yes.
is June 4th, 2027.
I knew it was something like that. It was June. That was right.
2020
And
what?
then
2027.
the Spider-Man's, I think it's Brand New Day.
Brand new day. That's what it was.
Brand New Day?
Yeah.
I'm going to just think
It's
of
a
the
new
tag.
day.
It's
Yes,
a
it
new
is.
day.
It's a brand new day.
Day.
Yes, it is.
But
I'm just gonna think
it's sort of
the-
weird because it's got away from the home stuff.
Yes.
Well, because
There's
that trilogy
Far From Home,
over.
No
Yeah.
Way Home.
Well, now it's a brand new day, whereas he's like no one knows
Yeah.
who he is.
Right. Not even his friends.
So it's brand new, like everything.
it's almost like
He's
Brand
like
New
a brand new
World.
Spider-Man.
yeah,
It's like Brave New World.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That same type of play on the words of, you know.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
because this
So
potentially.
this is 20. When does that come out?
Oh, like
2026. I want to say June as well, or July.
July 31st. That's
July
probably why
31st.
you got the due dates backwards.
When's Doomsday?
Doomsday? Hold on.
'Cause that's next year.
Oh, they might
too.
be also playing into the day too.
Oh,
Yes.
Doomsday is like in 2026.
Yeah. it's next year.
2026, May 1st.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
like
it's
kicking
after-
off the summer.
Yes.
So Spider-Man will be coming out after Doomsday.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
So Doomsday, brand new day. So it's.
yeah.
I would assume that Spider-Man might be in it because
Yeah.
why would you be playing on the day stuff if that's
Exactly. That was my first thought. As soon as I saw the name of the movie, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, he was not announced in the.
He was not. He was not in the 5.5 hour long.
He might not be in
There-
Doomsday,
there's-
but he could also
Live
be.
stream.
He could be in the one after.
But
What's the
Brian-
one after Doomsday? Secret Wars. He could be
Secret
in
Wars.
Secret Wars.
No, but there's already reports coming out that they're not done announcing all the people that are going.
That was
be
their thing
Doomsday.
too. Like that was the first of. a
What
few.
they should be doing is keeping secrets, though. Like,
That's the thing is people are saying they released all these names to get people hyped,
Yes.
but then they're going to hold off on.
Yeah, because they have until
small
next year to
groups
do
that
all
way.
these things.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you got like Comic-Con coming. You got all these things
Yeah.
that they can be
What
announcing people
these seats, okay, what really kind of stuck out for me was the amount of X-Men, including
old X-Men.
Gambit, the
Yeah.
new Gambit.
Oh,
New
Channel,
Gambit
yeah.
taking up the
But then we have the old X-Men coming back,
We do.
which is kind of cool.
We do.
You know what else we have a potential for? James Marsden driving another CG character around.
I
in
saw the
car.
meme.
He's
He's driving Rocket
Rocket.
Raccoon.
Yeah. So the theory that people are saying is that this is going to take place. Like the reason why Channing Tatum is in it is because it's going to take place in the world where his character comes from, in Wolverine and Deadpool.
where he was
That where
from.
he was like ripped out of.
Yeah.
That he's being like put back into that world,
Right.
and
Which-
that's where that.
Which could
But
But
also
don't forget,
coming
they
from.
all got to leave that world at the end of the movie because they were all having dinner together.
Yes.
Yeah. So he
Well,
technically
'cause-
goes back to his timeline.
Yes.
because was he technically in the Fox universe version because he was supposed to be in it but never actually.
No,
it was just a
uh,
void. The void just had
No,
all
I'm
these
not talking. I'm
universes.
not talking about the Void.
Gambit was
I'm talking
in
about Gambit's
uh,
actual world.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
was
but
in the Wolverine.
It wasn't that Gambit.
It wasn't
though.
that Gambit
It was-
though. It was the other guy. It was
That
Reese's
was
face
that was
there.
the
It
other guy who was in.
That other
He was in
actor.
Battleship.
Yes.
But anyway,
remember.
I mean, this is going to be. It's a big cast. It was great to see Ian McKellen. Is it Ian
yeah,
McKellen?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick
Ian
Stewart.
McKellen, Rebecca Romaine.
Was
Because-
she? Was she in?
I didn't
Yeah,
see.
she
was
was
it?
on
I
there.
didn't remember Rebecca.
I don't
but
remember-
Rebecca Romaine was on there.
No, I remember. What's his name?
Alan Cumming.
Alan
Alan Cummings was on
Yeah,
there.
he was
He's
there.
gonna be on there.
Um,
Rebecca Romaine was right after Alan Cummings. That's why.
okay.
Yeah.
But the cast is stacked. It's gonna be good. Like hopefully, like it should be like really.
Yeah. There's rumors of people thinking that maybe they're gonna do Marvel versus X-Men.
Well, that's what I
Like
feel like.
Avengers versus X-Men.
I feel like this movie sets it up because Doomsday is gonna bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, I know.
So was Wyatt Russell, and
yeah.
So
Kelsey Grammer is gonna be Beast.
yeah, he's coming back
So-
as
Yeah.
Beast.
that's the other thing is because of Kelsey Grammer being in it. My thought is, what was her name? Photon.
That's
From-
where. That's
it's-
where. Yeah.
That's the
Pulse-
universe that they're
Pulsar,
going
whatever her
to.
name was. Yeah.
What's her face's daughter?
Yes. She got launched into a different universe at the end of the Marvels.
Yeah.
Right. So she'll
And
probably.
that's the world she ended up in. So that's like the beginning of that multi-universe story.
And then Secret Wars will conclude it because Secret Wars will like
Will be the combination of the
the
worlds.
yeah
The
everybody
culmination of everything.
everything
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. These next two movies. I mean, we have Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, which
Yeah.
both look good.
Yeah.
They got to deliver.
Yeah. And Thunderbolts, I guess, is gonna start the story towards Doomsday.
They got to do something.
So
We need those after credit moments again.
Because I guess Sentry is the guy that's going to be the big bad that's in this movie. But
Well,
he turns
isn't
out
that
not being the
Bob?
big bad.
Is that technically Bob, or is that somebody else?
That's the Bob guy, yeah.
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 They haven't released his name.
Yeah. But he's listed, Pullman was listed in the chairs too, so
Okay. That makes
he'll be
sense.
in Doomsday.
Yeah. So that happened. I just watched the brief thing.
Yeah,
with
no, I saw
Robert
it was
Downey
happening,
Jr.
and then I started like just kind of like watching sporadically during the day,
12 minutes on a chair.
seeing in it.
Well,
And it was crazy.
Could,
Then I saw like the
isn't
stats
one of the
after
guys-
the fact
isn't
of
Paul
everything
Walter
that was
Hauser?
going on, and it was nuts.
Paul Walter Hauser's in Fantastic Four, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna see him.
He's
He's
gonna be
gonna
at the Luau.
Yeah.
Yes. And at the comic hideout before, and the zombie hideout before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. If hopefully he shows up. Like
Yeah,
he was
if
supposed
no
to be
other-
there
Well,
last year he
because
was
they were filming.
Well, he
got-
got hired for Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
so he backed out.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else from CinemaCon? Anything else get dropped that was any big news?
I think that's it for now. We can talk more next week. I don't
Okay.
know. I actually haven't. I didn't know what happened until you sent me that
I
thing.
mean,
I
you're
was
usually on the ball with these things. That's why.
I'm behind the eight ball. I've been catching up on other things. Life. Been worried
You're
about
on-
trying
you're
to
usually
plan
on
my
these.
brunches still.
Yeah,
you know.
don't start.
So anyway,
I wasn't gonna say anything. You brought.
nobody's gonna
You brought it
know.
up.
Nobody's
All
gonna
right.
know.
When that person calls you, I'm not gonna hear about
They
it.
don't. None of our friends watch this.
Rocky does.
Rocky's. He's not gonna even.
Bobby
know.
does.
Oh yeah, Bobby does. But beyond that, nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Daredevil Born Again episode 5 and 6 happened.
Yes.
And
And 5 was kind of cool. It was like a little one shot.
bottle episode.
Yeah, it was like a little one shot comic.
But I loved 5. I think
Yeah,
5 was my
great.
favorite.
It was very much reminded me of Inside Man.
Oh,
Yes.
Did they
Clive
even
Owen.
they even credited it at the end? If you watch,
Yeah.
they actually credit Inside Man for
Yeah.
like because it was based not a ripoff, but like
it
an
was kind of
homage.
like an homage to Inside Man.
Yeah.
Which is a great movie.
But also, this was the episode where Matt Murdock, at the end, he finally lets it out.
Yeah.
He puts a mask on, and he just destroys
the
guy. And this is there's these gang wars happening, and this is one of the gangs. So this will have repercussions. I'm assuming.
Well, it's the Irish gang that was referenced earlier in the
Right.
other episode.
Yeah. So I think this
thought
is
the
going to get
bottle
back
was
to
going to be
Kingpin.
bad, but then when he full on kicked the
Oh,
He
the bone
breaks-
comes out of his.
dude.
Um,
Because
Thinking about
they were getting the money for what was stolen
Yes.
was supposed to go in to help pay.
Yes, to pay the guy
Fisk.
off that he owes the money to. Yeah.
yeah, and they wanted that jewel.
So it's the
Yes.
tracksuit guy, but not the tracksuit mafia.
Exactly.
Right, and they got the jewel, but they put the jewel in the candy dish of Kamala's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a nice connection there to bring that world together.
Yeah, that was nice.
Start
also-
bringing Daredevil into.
I
the
also
bigger-
love the reference to she's in California with her friends.
Right.
And I'm
Yes.
like, well, yeah, her friend from the show went out there, but also
Well, the
isn't
thing with that is that kind of hints. That kind of
Young Avengers or West Coast Avengers.
it actually connects to the video game Avengers.
yes.
Because in the video game Avengers, she goes to an Avengers thing with her uncle.
Yeah, but the video game is not. It's not
And then
related.
that-
to the
but I'm saying,
MCU.
but that's like a nice little
It-
like nod to
But
that.
also, and
I
also,
think because she met Hawkeye's daughter.
Yes, but that's how she like gets connected to.
but also,
Yeah.
isn't the thing from Loki?
And actually, sorry, not Hawkeye's daughter. Ant-Man's daughter is in California, so that's where she was going.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why she was in California.
Yeah,
But
because
she
she's creating Young
did
Avengers.
meet
That's
up
the-
with
that's the nod
she
there.
did meet up with Hawkeye
Yes.
Yeah,
That she
'cause
met
Hawkeye was in
that's
New
New
York.
York.
New York,
in
sorry.
New York.
Kate Bishop
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, yes.
is in New
And it
York.
wasn't
But,
Hawkeye's daughter. Kate Bishop is her own person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
You meant You meant Ant-Man's daughter.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
also,
that's the rumor is that she's going to take up the spot.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, that's reference could be a reference to Kikwe's from Loki. His character had a shop or warehouse.
Yes.
Remember that
Yeah.
that was out in
Yeah.
by Caltech.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I mean, it was a great episode overall. I thought the action, I think him like fighting the guys in the hallway, catching the shotgun before it fell,
that was a great
was
scene.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Then him just walking in there and putting his ear to the vault.
Yeah,
and just
picking
like
the lock.
picking the lock.
Yeah.
Just like bam,
Yeah,
got
that was
it.
great.
Like overall fantastic, and I think episode 6 was, my opinion, the standout was Kingpin. That was
Yes.
the king. That episode was all about.
Well, that was
him
them finally
losing,
like
him
letting
losing his
go
stuff.
of the
his
restraints.
the whole this whole show is about the parallels between the two and how they're very similar. And you have Matt finally losing it and saying, "I got to be Daredevil."
Well, it's
F it.
and Kingpin
not just
is
that,
like,
but it's like
I'm
them
losing
both
it.
like trying to like hold down their
yeah,
personas
Yes.
yeah,
and like not giving like resonance to
but they can't do
their
it.
other sides.
But they let the other sides out.
They had to
And
put
Kingpin
the
has
mask
been like
on.
trying to be
Yeah.
the good guy and trying to do everything by the books.
And Matt,
And then
his new saying
Daredevil's
is,
been trying to
I'll let the law take
I
care
like
of it.
everyone take care
I'll
of
let
it.
the law
I'm
take
just
care
a
of it.
lawyer. I'm not going to be that guy anymore.
So he destroys that guy from the bank
Destroys
robbery.
the bank robbery guy.
Kingpin, he's getting eaten alive by the rich.
Yes.
He's getting eaten alive by his wife.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
and
gangs
then,
are like
He's
showing
the
up at his
gangs-
office.
yeah, and he's like,
demanding things of
I
him.
can't do this. He
He's
goes
like, I
down.
need to be that guy again.
He goes downstairs.
And he kills Adam.
He doesn't kill him. He's still
He basically kills
he's
him.
breathing.
He's not going to be for
But
long.
he destroys the guy.
Yes.
He gives him a shovel or something.
It was an axe.
Yeah, gives him a
An
shovel.
axe.
No, he gave him an axe because he wanted him to have
A fair fight.
fair fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just destroys him.
Yes.
And he's letting out all his aggravation on this guy. But no, they showed Adam still breathing at the
Yeah, I
end.
know, but it's not going to be around for long.
So it was great to see because even his wife is like, this is not the man.
Yeah.
I want the old Kingpin
Yeah,
back,
and
not
then-
this guy.
Then Matt has to like don the mask again because White Tiger's niece is
It's-
captured by Muse.
Yeah, my only nitpick on this one episode, even though it was great, was the Muse stuff just seemed to be like truncated. It was just like, Muse is a big thing. Muse is all of a sudden captured. Well, not captured, but he's found out.
Yes.
And then Daredevil takes him out and then
Yeah.
he disappears. And I'm like, man, it would have been great to really kind of let that last a little bit longer.
Well, it could be the next episode could be like
Yeah.
this episode tonight could be more of like a drawn out
right.
Muse
then
story.
I don't know until
I
we see
think-
the
Whitey
I
next.
become
think-
Muse.
You also have to think.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
You also have to think he knows that they know.
Yeah. Now
'Cause
he
there's
knows they
no-
know,
yeah.
as opposed to him being in the
Right.
shadows.
Because
Now he
why
knows.
why else would he have killed those two girls and put them by the
Yeah.
new
Yeah. He's starting to like get
he knows.
too confident and was starting to get cocky about it.
Daredevil almost killed him because you could hear his heartbeat, and I
Yeah.
think he was waiting,
For it
and
to stop and then it-
and he let it go.
Yeah.
But he was like that close to killing him.
yeah.
But also that one that they're working on, that huge, Kingpin kissing the butt of the rich
Yeah.
thing, was at this point it's like people have to know there's something bad going on. You can't just keep going, oh, he's just tagging. That thing was huge.
Josh, not even that. There was 60 people went missing, and nobody noticed.
How did
But that-
that's right? That's the
New
other
York
thing.
City.
Kingpin was
I
like
know,
60
but
people went missing.
But also, it's pretty bad when the police department can't find out, doesn't know there's a serial killer, but our DPW does.
Yes. I was just like, that's why.
Who was the guy from the bank?
Yeah, what's the guy from the bank too?
Yeah.
The DPW
The Rangers
guy.
Yeah.
guy.
Was the guy that was in the bank with him.
Oh, okay.
There
yeah.
was so many Rangers references these
A
two
lot
games.
of Ranger references. I was like, well, these guys really like the Rangers.
But like, it would have been cool, like, because those two girls show up and they go, "Oh, you're the Muse," and like he has online fame.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he kills them and he puts them on the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, it would have been nice to have this last a little bit longer
But that
to
was
live in that world.
Another thing is that was, I guess that was taken out of the comics too.
Yeah.
He
in
did
the
that
comics,
same
he let
thing.
them go.
He let
doesn't
them go,
kill
but-
them. But it was,
yeah.
you're right. It is a reference to
Yeah.
the comics.
But they also like pull Punisher back in and go after the cops. So that's going to happen coming up too. So there's a lot of
And then they
lot of
have the
stuff that's
task
gonna get
force.
wrapped
Yeah.
up.
Okay. So we're on this cliffhanger where Kingpin gives these bad apples full range.
The
Yeah.
task force.
the task force. Yeah.
To have full range.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Daredevil finds the Muse, takes him out. The Muse takes off. But these bad apple cops, the Punisher cosplayers,
Yeah.
they now have free reign to do whatever.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Yeah, this is all going to play into
so it's
what
all
happens.
gonna boil over.
Yeah.
The episode tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll find out.
Like I said, it's a nitpick. I enjoyed both of them.
Yeah.
I think I liked 5 more, but the Kingpin stuff in 6 was like nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That was my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
So both of these guys, gloves are off. They just cannot keep their shit together.
No.
They need to be who they are.
They do.
And
they do. He's born again.
We have 3 episodes left.
3 episodes, 7, 8, 9.
We're in the final stretch. Where is this going to go? So far, so good. Right?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So that's our show today, Mark.
That's everything. We've
That's
covered it all.
we
Well, I
did it
covered a
all.
lot today.
Oh, do you guys want to know the name of tonight's episode?
Sure.
It is Art for Art's Sake.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
the Muse
I have a
does
feeling
come
it's
back.
going to be a Muse
It's gonna be a
centric.
Muse like backstory.
It's going to be very Muse centric.
Yes. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes. But stay tuned for next week. We'll have that to cover. Episode 7 we'll cover. And I'm sure we'll cover some other stuff as well. A lot to go around. A lot of stuff going on. But be back for it next week. As always, be safe, be well, be kind.
Rewind, like, and subscribe. Good night, Rocky.
See you, Bobby. Happy birthday, Howard.
Happy birthday, Howard.
Happy birthday, Art!